Hello guys, another day of vibe coding using AppForceStudio. I wanted to continue building the Igbo Land app and just walk through the app. So I'm gonna quickly share the Figma. Mm, and then we could walk through it a little bit. Figma, where you? Right here. So this is what the design looks like. All the way from the onboarding screen to the onboarding screen, pre-login to the post-login onboarding screen, um, all the way to the login flow, all the way to the homepage, search, word of the day, puzzles, lessons, dictionary, translate, notifications, upgrade, practice, and then the more page. So it's not really, I guess it's a semi-extensive application. Has basically 5 tabs and then they all link into like different pages. So that's what the Figma looks like, and that's what I'm using to really vibe code the entire app. So here we go. I just found an issue with logging in when it's successful. It's always returning F. It's not a function when it's successful. And if I was to put in the wrong login, it would show the correct login credentials. So I'm going to tell the AI to help fix this issue. I keep getting after logging in successfully. I also noticed that the page doesn't scroll, so I can't see the bottom contents. Terms and privacy. Also, I cannot click on the links. Okay, so AI is supposed to help fix this issue, hopefully. So let's see what happens. I'm looking forward to a few years from now when AI does really good and it's really faster. The APIs and the models are faster and can produce results just like any other APIs. So now sometimes it takes a bit of time, not too long, but it takes some time to get it to where it needs to go to. So fix the runtime error after signing and restored full scrolling plus tappable terms and condition links on the out screens. So it's doing this for the sign in, doing it for the sign up. I'm guessing maybe for the password potentially, and maybe the welcome screen. I might have to like tell it to do for those screens if it hasn't done it. It's doing its thing. Okay, now it's trying to preview. Okay, while it's doing that, I am gonna just take a quick look at the sign in. So that's app, that's art, and that's sign in. Let's see if I can find this terms. Okay, now it's click on the link and sometimes show yourself for scrolling to ability. So it has this guy here. It's able to open this up when this is clicked. So this is good. It's added a scroll view also to allow for scrolling. I don't think it's done it on the welcome screen, so that's a bit of a problem. Does welcome screen have terms? I do believe it has terms. So it hasn't added the link as well as scrolling on this, so I will reinforce it and tell the the AI to do it for us. It doesn't work, as you can see, and now it has scrolling, and now it has the click. So this is good. And now I can try to log in and see what happens. And then finger crossed. C is not a function. Still failing. Now I am getting C is not a function when it's successful. Failure marks already, but success is showing instead of navigating. Also allow the tab on the welcome screen. And hopefully it is intuitive enough. Please call Chromium. Fix any navigation error and make welcome screen button tappable. So I'm guessing it's also going to add the welcome here also. I wonder what's causing this issue after it logs in. So C sign in. So after signing in here, what is happening? This is the top one. We have to find the button. Sign in. Primary button. Can't submit. Can we hand this submit? And if it can't submit, it sets loading. I don't think this shit knows what's happening. Something is happening here. Which is set user for API response. It's part of the odds. It's part of the odds provider. Odds provider. Just gonna go back here to get the name of the function that needs to be called, which is this guy here. And it's part of the odds. Part of the odds, and the odds is part of user odds, which is part of provider. Okay. user out provider, and then auth user auth. The context. I don't think it's here. Set user. Like, where's it getting that from? Just set auto storage. Why is it calling set user from API response? This doesn't exist in this file. Okay. Let's wait for it to build, and then we could check. Set auth from auth set auto storage. This is part of the API auth, which is part of the. It's supposed to be part of this guy here, but it doesn't have it. Let's go back here. That's why we we do have ability to show multiple tabs. So I'm just gonna do that right here. Right, that's how you do it. Double tap. Okay. So I have this guy here, which uses the auth, and the auth just uses use auth, and use auth just uses auth provider. So we go to use auth, which is technically auth, and then we have set user from response. So we go to use auth here, which exists. Not you, in here. Use auth from here, which is just an auth context value. No context value, it doesn't exist. So that's the problem. That's the fucking problem. So it's not gonna work, because it's still missing. Look at that. What the hell just happened? Okay. It is now redirecting to the welcome screen. Does exist on use auth in the auth provider class. It keeps adding a bunch of new shit. You already have a function that can save the provider, that can save the auth. Why are you adding new ones, new methods, new properties? Oh boy, let's see what it does. Auth provider. Let's go back to auth provider, which is right here. Just gonna do this. Okay, so it sets the user and also sets the out provider. Perfect. This is what we need. Where does it set the user? Does that even exist? It does exist. Okay. Let's try now. Maybe this fixes it. Oh, perfect now. That was good. Okay, cool. Now we have this guy, we have this guy. Seems like we have walked throughout all the UI flows. See what is one in Evo. Obviously the API isn't there yet. Perfect. How did you connect to user root to the perfect. Cool. I can go back. Notification doesn't work. Notification icon on the home page doesn't work. Should be smart enough to know what it is. We have translate, we have learn. I can start learning, I can view topics, I can click, I can next, I can watch the video on YouTube if I wanted to.
Big news!
I can go back. I can go back. Right, via the home header notification to navigate to navigation. I can go to practice, which we already did. What practice? I don't think that exists. I can go to lessons. I can go to dictionary. I can search for something. Teach. See what comes up. Oh, it's refreshing. Feels like I am now ready to plug in some of those APIs. So I'm just gonna walk through the flows just to make sure we have everything we need. And then in the next session, I'm just gonna plug in all the APIs that we need. So I'll be walking to at the back end for a lot of these APIs, even though stop data before the next session. So it's super easy to just like use the APIs and show you guys how to like plug in APIs. Let's see. What do I need to do? Privacy terms. Oh, I haven't done this. Update profile flow, which I can do. Okay. Terms and condition. Okay. Yeah, I can do all of these now. Actually, I have to fix the issue with onboarding. It has to go 4 times before it realizes it's time to go to the welcome screen. Let's see why. Something is happening here. Okay, let's see if he has a notification. Holy fuck, what just happened? Looks like you broke the home.tsx file. Please revert changes. What the hell it thinks it did? You just broke the whole thing. Let's see, there's an indication. Hopefully this fixes it. If it doesn't, I'll be good. Hopefully this fixes it. We have translate, we have strict section, line intersection, quick section, quick add section. Yeah, AI did a really good job, just like having components for each of the cards, which is good. Instead of having one big, huge code, it was able to separate a bunch of things out. That's lovely. Yeah, this is annoying. Hopefully. Oh my god, this isn't good. Okay, I'm going to revert what we already have. Submit a home.csx file. we're going to be adding a revision feature so that you can easily go back revisions. Usually when you're unable to obviously chat with AI to revert your code. So I just manually did it here, but like that's the idea. Would be a revision feature that allows users to revert code and revert commits. That way it's easier. You can go to a version that you know that works. So we're going to be adding that in a little bit very soon. But that's what I just technically did. I just like copied and pasted whatever was there before back, just to make it easier. So this should work technically, and we can figure out a way to. I have just reverted the code back to. I can explain. Can you explain why the navigation code you added broke the UI and made it blank? Just gonna wait for it to load before doing this. Okay, so now it's there, and I'm gonna ask it now to explain why this was an issue. I found sometimes rather than asking it to fix something is to get it to explain it, and if the AI tries to explain it, it's usually able to figure out what the issue was. I've pauses here. While it's doing, I'm just going to take you through some of the different flows that I had previously worked on. It's an extensive application that has been vibe coded. It's not just a simple one-page application. It's a whole extensive application that's been vibe coded using Figma. As you can imagine, a lot of the APIs would support a lot of these, but for now, I've just used a bunch of stop data, and as you can see, a bunch of stop images too. Visual Identity itself is fine. The blank UI experience was most certainly caused by redirects higher up in the output time. No, but it only happened after I asked you to navigate to the notification page on the home page on the tab. You're right. That's only code we touched that since you know specifically language on that changes itself is safe should not cause blank. No code is fine and confirmation right. Tells expo. Long time around later. Let's find it here. Maybe we can manually do it. It says, okay. Let's go here. So, how maybe once it doesn't work, what gets called when it's called? Okay, while it's doing it, just gonna figure out dictionary. It's called dictionary needs a back button. What makes it is broken? There are a few cases a pressing icon will break around time. A guard higher up. Please confirm that router push is actually firing. Okay, let's confirm that by adding a console log. Let's confirm that by adding a console log. Also, dictionary page from small doesn't have a back button. Can't even go back. Do two things: add a console log around notification. Okay. Okay, nice. And then when I go to dictionary, it should have it there. Obviously, in order to see the console log, we have to inspect. So I'm going to inspect, and hopefully it shows up. And then if I go to a dictionary, app dictionary index, potentially there should be a back button. Dictionary, where are you? Yeah, it's not getting clicked. It's not getting it. I don't see the, I definitely do not see the console log, so I think that might be the problem. That might actually be the problem. Yeah, it's not getting called. Okay, so that's one thing. And then dictionary, it's broken. It looks like you have broken the dictionary because it now shows blank. Also, the console log is not getting cold. Okay, so I think after this two, we can call it a day for today. Um, Very interesting. Like the main high level UI level layer has been completed, but it is a lot of these. It's like the last 10% becomes a little bit more difficult, especially for the AI because it has a lot of context and it gets a little bit confused. You're right. If considered by players, the issue isn't right itself, it's with on rights. Also override. Also overwiring application with a new layout is what made the screen go black. Why are you being smart? Just do what I fucking want. I asked you for a fucking back button. I'm going to do a bunch of shit. We wrap the header in a small container with a touchable opacity over the voice relying on rights. Okay, let's see what it does. We messed up dictionary. I might have to revert if it's still blank to what I know works. Look at this. Messed up the entire thing. Oh boy, I'm gonna revert. It's not gonna work. At least the UI isn't gonna be the same like it was before. Look at this bullshit. Look at this shit. Oh, now it did revert it. Okay. Let's see if it did a good job on the home page. Add the back button here. Okay. Okay, looks good. Home page looks good. Dictionary might be a little bit different. Let's see. Perfect. This is not what I wanted. It's a different screen. And it still doesn't have a back button. Okay, cool. So I will use this opportunity to show what it should look like with the notifications. Okay, I think I'll call it a day after this. You're right. We added notification earlier with the main update, so that I'll now replace the notification proper UI matches notifications.tx. It has confused enable notifications with notifications. See if we have both of them there. Notifications, being confused with enable notifications. Yeah, it did confuse it. Let's see if it got it right. By just adding the UI, I'm hoping it should be able to navigate to the notifications page. I'm just looking at the UI right now, Figma. Open is able to get in here and implement this for us. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it did. Let's see what it did. Perfect. Perfect. Obviously, we have stop data here, but it was able to get this done for us, and we can go and tomorrow we can get through a lot of these different flows and just make sure everything is the way we want it to be. The settings, where's profile? Right, we need to implement profile too, which we haven't done, but we can do that tomorrow. Thank you guys, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next session. Cheers.